Have you ever wondered who created the YoRHa androids and what they were truly built for? Before the bunker, before glory to mankind became a battle cry, there was a project that stood as both a technological breakthrough and the largest deception in android history. This is the story of how YoRHa was created, who designed them, why they were built, and why from the very beginning they were meant to be destroyed. It all began in the early 21st century. In 2003, white chlorination syndrome erupted, a particle-based plague that crystallized humans into pillars of salt, or twisted them into violent beings known as legions. In response, humanity launched Project Gestalt. Human souls were extracted from infected bodies. Artificial shell bodies called replicants were engineered to be immune. Androids were created as observers and system administrators to enforce order and fight in wars. A tool to control both gestalts and replicants. Models like Devola and Popola belonged to this generation. But around year 3465, the original NieR killed the last stable gestalt, shattering the gestalt system. Gestalts relapsed into feral shades and replicants began to degrade without souls. By around year 4200, true humanity was extinct and the androids were left alone, a truth androids later buried deep. Then, in year 5012, aliens invaded Earth. Deploying machine life forms as shock troops, androids fought back. But by year 11306, the machines rebelled and exterminated their alien creators. Earth was now 80% machine-controlled. Androids survived in orbital installations, holding on like a fading signal. By the 12th millennium, android society was destabilizing. They knew humanity was gone. There was no purpose, no future. Desertions increased. A major blow came in year 11810. Orbital base Kaguya was destroyed during catastrophic machine core experiments. In year 11815, a replacement orbital base called Lab was established, focused on anti-machine research and development. But technology alone wasn't enough. What androids lacked was meaning. At Lab, the head of R&D for the army of humanity was Zinnia, upbeat, joking, unpredictable, but carrying visible regret beneath the surface. He treated his creations like family. Before year 11932, Zinnia designed the YoRHa units, elite orbital drop commandos. In April 11932, production was approved. Lab became the birthplace of YoRHa. In year 11928, a breakthrough occurred. Black boxes, reverse-engineered from captured machine cores. Black boxes served two functions: a fusion reactor providing massive energy, a memory core allowing consciousness backup and synchronization with the bunker. When a YoRHa unit died, its data uploaded instantly. A new body could be activated, a form of artificial continuity. Even if one YoRHa dies, it can return as a new body, but not uploaded memories will be lost forever. But this came at a cost. YoRHa units were not pure androids. They were hybrids, machine core inside android bodies. Officially labeled as disposable impurities, Zinnia hated this classification. He saw them as his children. Zinnia's defining move was the creation of the myth. Androids were told humanity survived on the moon. The Council of Humanity issued orders from lunar servers. YoRHa was the spearhead force to reclaim Earth. None of it was true. After victory, the plan was to let machines hack the bunker, destroy YoRHa entirely, and preserve the lie for future android generations. They initially had an experimental berserk mode, later replaced with self-destruct. Zinnia trained them in combat, astronomy, navigating by Orion and operations. They asked for names. He told them only numbers were official. According to long story short, Lab felt like home. But it was a home built on borrowed time. In July 11937, Number 9 accessed deleted data. He uncovered the lie, the origin of black boxes. He rigged Lab with incendiaries, killed Number 4 and Number 21, used Zinnia as bait. nearly killed number 2. Lab burned, but the prototypes were restored through lunar backups. On September 2nd, 11,937, the first official YoRHa unit descended to Earth. Operation Pearl Harbor. November 11,940, the bunker was completed. Commander White took command. In December 8th, 11,941, Pearl Harbor descent operation. 16 prototypes dropped to seize a machine server at Mount Cala. 12 were destroyed mid-descent. The survivors linked with the resistance. In the end, only number 2 survived. Her psychological collapse led to a new rule. Emotions were forbidden. YoRHa combat effectiveness was proven. In March 10th, 11,945, Mission 243. The logic virus spreads. Truth leaks. Bunker is hacked. Commander White commits suicide. The tower rises. The cycle may finally break. Zinnia's vision was simple. Give androids a reason to live, and a reason to die. Project YoRHa became the ghost of humanity, haunting a world that no longer belonged to it. So in the end, YoRHa was never humanity's salvation. It was a story, a carefully designed illusion, a lie powerful enough to keep soldiers fighting. Even when there was nothing left to fight for. Every drop from orbit, every black box detonation, every memory reset, every tear to be never allowed herself to shed. All of it, built on a purpose that never existed. But maybe that's the real tragedy of YoRHa. Not that they were deceived. Not that they were disposable. But that their emotions, their bonds, their pain, were real, in a war that wasn't. They searched for meaning in a world without humans. And in doing so, they proved something terrifying. You don't need humanity to suffer like one. YoRHa wasn't fighting for mankind. They were fighting so their existence wouldn't feel empty. And maybe, that's a battle we understand a little too well. If this story pulled you in, and if the world of NieR feels heavier the more you understand it, then you're not alone. This channel exists for people who don't just play these games, but think about them, question them, and carry them long after the credits roll. In this channel we break down the hidden history, the quiet tragedies, and the truths buried beneath layers of lies, in the universes of NieR, Drakengard, and everything Yoko Taro has touched. If you want to keep diving deeper into these worlds, leave a like on the video. It helps more than you think. And subscribe so you don't miss the next descent. Because the deeper we go, the darker, stranger, and more human these stories become. I'll see you in the next one. Glory to mankind, or whatever is left of it.